The fields of Flanders, Belgium became a battleground in the autumn of 1914. The First Battle of Ypres, from October 19th to November 11th, was a brutal fight for survival. Germany and the Allies clashed in a desperate struggle for strategic advantage. The race to the sea, a series of flanking maneuvers, led to this confrontation. Both sides sought to outmaneuver each other, leading to a bloody stalemate in the trenches. The stakes were high. Germany aimed to capture the Channel ports and deliver a knockout blow to the Allied forces. This strategy, known as the Schleifen Plan, aimed for a swift victory. Conversely, the Allies dug in, determined to halt the German advance. Ypres, a strategically vital town, became the focal point of this struggle. The initial German assault was met with fierce resistance. The British Expeditionary Force, though outnumbered, fought tenaciously. French and Belgian troops bolstered the Allied line, determined to hold their ground. The fighting escalated quickly, with both sides unleashing a torrent of artillery fire. Trenches, hastily dug and vulnerable, became the only refuge. Advances and counterattacks marked the early days of the battle. The Germans, utilizing their formidable artillery, inflicted heavy casualties, yet the Allied line held, defying expectations and frustrating the German timetable. The First Battle of Ypres saw military leaders grappling with the realities of modern warfare. Field Marshal Sir John French commanded the British Expeditionary Force. His German counterpart, Erich von Falkenhayn, faced mounting pressure for a decisive victory. However, it was the soldiers in the trenches who bore the brunt of the fighting. Men like Private John Lucy of the British Army and Gefreiter Heinrich Benker of the German Army faced unimaginable horrors. Their stories, often lost in the vast narratives of war, reveal the human cost of the conflict. These were ordinary men thrust into extraordinary circumstances, their courage and resilience tested daily. Section 4. Holding the line. Strategic importance of Ypres. Ypres held immense strategic value. For the Germans, capturing the town meant control of vital supply lines and a path to the Channel ports. For the Allies, holding Ypres meant denying the Germans a key victory and maintaining a foothold in western Belgium. The town became a symbol of resistance, a bulwark against German aggression. The battle raged for weeks, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. The cost of every inch of ground was measured in lives, yet the Allied line held, albeit at a terrible price. The defense of Ypres would have significant implications for the course of the war. Section 5. A living hell conditions on the Ypres salient. The First Battle of Ypres introduced the world to the horrors of trench warfare. Soldiers on both sides endured appalling conditions. The trenches, waterlogged and infested with rats, offered little protection from the elements or enemy fire. Disease was rampant, adding to the casualty lists. Constant shelling turned the battlefield into a muddy quagmire. The cries of the wounded echoed through the trenches, a constant reminder of the battle's toll. Sleep was a luxury, food often scarce, and the threat of death ever present. The psychological strain on the soldiers was immeasurable. Section 6. The war that should have ended. Ypres and the dawn of attrition. The First Battle of Ypres ended in a costly stalemate. German ambitions for a swift, decisive victory lay shattered. The war, once envisioned as a short, sharp affair, had descended into a bloody war of attrition. The Western Front had solidified, stretching from the Swiss border to the North Sea. Ypres, though scarred and battered, remained in Allied hands. The battle marked a turning point in the war, signaling the beginning of a long and brutal conflict. The human cost was staggering, with tens of thousands dead and wounded on both sides. The First Battle of Ypres served as a grim foreshadowing of the years of trench warfare to come.